I just heard water drop. Um, so so when I was 19, and I've already talked about me moving to California, so I'm not gonna get into that too much. But when I was 19, I moved to California. My first job was actually at a Red Robin. I was serving there. Fuck, dude, corporate chain restaurants. Fuck those places, man. They suck. They completely suck. Anyways, after that, I went and worked for Nissan as a salesperson. And probably a year and a half, maybe 2 years into me having this job, and as some of you might know, I used to rave and take a lot of ecstasy and shit back in those days. And so my homeboy that I worked with, my DJ, my DJ Nesquick, shout out. Uh, he gave me 2 pills, and so the plan was I was gonna take them. I was gonna take the pills right as soon as I got off of work, so that by the time I got home, they were kicking in, and we were gonna fucking just do whatever, just listen to music and fucking chill and have fun. So, so I take one of them. I don't take them both. I take one of them, and I remember I was in the bathroom taking a shit, dude, and I'm texting him, and I'm just like, "All right, dude, I just took my one. I should be out of here in about 10, 15 minutes, and we'll be out of here, blah, blah, blah." Dude, uh, I'm getting ready to leave, and I get a page on the intercom. I get a page, Peter, you've got a couple people here. You got a couple people here. Now, part of my job consisted of me making phone calls throughout the day. I would usually get to work in the morning. I'd make a bunch of phone calls of, potential customers. And sometimes people came in, sometimes people didn't. Now, I spoke Spanish, and so I had a little bit bigger database of customers that I could talk to, a little bit more than most people, or at least people who didn't speak more than one language. And I'm getting ready to leave, and I slowly start feeling the X kicking in, and then I get this page, and I'm like, fuck, what am I gonna do, man? So, um, so I'm like, all right, man, fuck it, just gotta do it. I take the people. Okay, I'm gonna backtrack. So about a week before, there used to be this older Asian guy that would come in a van, and he would have like all these pens, and he would sell ties, and I don't know, just a bunch of random stuff that dealerships would actually need. And I spent like $30 on like 4 or 5 different pens that, like, when you clicked them, they had an LED light on it, and it would light up. So I bought a bunch of different colored ones. So I take these people out to the lot. They're Mexicans. I take them out to the lot, show them a couple cars. They wanted a van because they had 50 million kids, right? Um, and and so while I'm showing them this van, the guy lets me know that he's probably gonna buy another vehicle for his son, which he ended up getting a truck. So like by the time we're done, I take them out for a drive on the cars, and I'm on fucking E, dude. So like I'm having to drive them, and then I have to pull the car out of its parking spot, and then get it over to where you can exit the parking lot onto the street. So on the second test drive for the truck for his son, that's when the E just fucking just hits me, bro. Like it just punches me in the face, dude. And I'm having to keep my composure, man. Like I'm having to keep my cool, dude. So I get back to the So I get back to the dealership. Now, the guy that called me on the intercom, I let him know. I was like, dude, I just popped this e-pill. He was cool like that. His name was Tim Duncan. And I was like, dude, I just took this E, bro, and like this shit's gonna kick in. And so he knew that I was fucked up by the time I got back. And as soon as I show up in that second car, he goes in it from a distance. So he's standing like in the front doors of the dealership, right? You know, just kind of waiting for people to come in and help them out. And he sees me walking with these customers, and I just hear in the background, rolling, 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 right. And I'm like, this motherfucker, and I start laughing my ass off, bro, because he knows I'm high as shit. And so that's just funny, bro. And so we go inside. They decide they want to buy the car, the two cars. We're inside, and I can't read any of the paperwork. I can't because my eyes are shaking. They're shaking like this. You know, if you're taking E, dude, you know, like that's what your eyes do. Like you can't read shit. And so I give them the paperwork, and then I bring out the pens, dude, and then I click them, and I'm like, I can fucking see myself talking to them, you know. And I'm like, all right. And I could totally tell that like I'm fucking grinding my mouth and like just total E face, bro. And I'm like, all right, I've got our happy pens, and I lied them all. They only needed two pens, okay? I lied all four or five of them that I had on, and then I just kind of throw them on the table. It was a great transaction, bro. Like that's the one time I've made so much fucking money. I made $10,000 in that 1 hour of me being high as fuck on ecstasy. That's my that's my fucking that's my story about when I made $10,000 in 1 hour on ecstasy, man. I want to talk about that because I thought it was pretty funny. It's funny, dude. And I was just, man, I was trying to hold it together, but eventually I couldn't hold it anymore. So I don't know what they, I don't know. They're probably like, oh my god, this guy's fucking high as fuck. Those are some good old days, man. I had a lot of fun. I'm glad I did. Dude, I still can't believe it. Fucking 19. Moved to Cali with $100 in your pocket, man. I made it for. I stayed there for about 2.5, 3 years, and I moved back. I moved back up here because, hey, honestly, the ecstasy was getting really cheap and it's getting really good. Because this is when, all right, this is when Molly first started coming out, just the pure MDMA, and it was hard as fuck to get. Like we used to just call them capsules because the MDMA just came in a capsule and it was just a white powder. We didn't call it Molly. No, Molly's that name came up about a few years later. Yeah, we would just call them capsules. And it was getting real good, and it was getting real cheap. Got to the point where I knew one of the dudes that was stamping and making fucking ecstasy, and so we were getting, fuck, dude, we were getting shit for free a lot of the time. So, and you know, with anything else, you start to grow a tolerance. So we having to take more and having to take more, and then I just realized I was like, nah, it's getting bad. And so I stopped. And I took it a few more times after that, after moving, you know. Actually, when was the last time I took ecstasy? Ah, man, it's probably about a year and a half, 2 years ago. I took one or two with my ex. It was fun. Had a pool at the apartment I was living in, and we just dropped those and went and swim around and shit. It was fun. I think everybody should do a psychedelic at least once in their lifetime to just really like change the perspective, man. Because there's so many there's so many people that think they got it right and they got it figured out, dude, and they don't. And something that psychedelics do is it really breaks down the ego, and it surfaces things that you do a really good job of in your daily life of ignoring or accepting in a bad way, I guess, accepting in a way that hurts you internally. Probably not necessarily to the people outside of you, but yourself. And yeah, dude, I really think that everybody should have some sort of experience like that. Man, I've always thought about this, dude. Like, it'd be so awesome to just like somehow put some acid inside the coffee at the White House, or or like somehow get everybody, all those politicians and shit that think that their ideas are fucking perfect. I think it'd be so sick to have all these people have a life changing experience, you know? Because why not? Because why not? Um, I have a lot written down here, and I've barely even talked about any of it. Got into got into my own, which is great. I don't. These are guides, dude. The things I write down, they're my guides. Um, so I kind of wrote this down, and there's a good reason of it. Like, okay, so basically what I wrote down was I do not exercise the right of being single. In other words, going out, going on dates, and doing this and that. Like, dude, it doesn't interest me to go out and go waste money on some chick. Excuse me. To go waste money on some chick and just do that, to play that whole fucking game, bro. Like, I'm not interested in being in a relationship, man. The only reason I would do that is so that I could court somebody, so that I could be in a relationship with them. I don't I'm not that kind of person that just has sex with random people. If I'm single, I'm not fucking anybody, I promise, unless somehow it just happens, which I don't put myself in any kind of situation to where that would happen. I'd rather be right here fucking playing video games, man. I don't have to spend any money. I don't have to act a certain way. Um, I don't have to act a certain way. I can just be myself, and I there's no expectations, man. When you go out with somebody, it's like you have you have to you have to put on this facade, man. So I'd rather spend it alone, man. I'd rather spend it alone. That's why I think it's important for you to, if you are in a relationship and then you get out of a relationship, give yourself time in between, because when you're in a relationship, you you you're giving part of who you are away, in a way. You know what I mean? You're sacrificing and conforming to somebody else's lifestyle and what they like, and what you would normally be doing if you weren't spending time with that person. So you're definitely sacrificing a part of yourself when you're with somebody, especially when you're with them for more longer than a year. And regardless, dude, like, if you break up with somebody, at least gives your at least 6 months, at least. But if you were in love with this person, it takes longer than 6 months. If you were just in a relationship with somebody just to have a relationship, which most of you motherfuckers are doing out there, okay? Think of this. Think, if this person got pregnant right now, would that be good or would it be bad? Now, if the answer is bad, maybe you shouldn't be with that person. So figure that out. You know what I mean? So give yourself time to know who you are and learn what you like and learn what makes you happy. That's the biggest one, man. Learn what makes you happy, because how do you expect somebody to make you happy if you don't know what the fuck is making you happy? what the fuck makes you happy. If you don't know that shit, then how do you expect someone else to fucking make that happen? You're gonna fail every time. You're gonna have these relationships, these empty relationships with somebody that doesn't know how to make you happy because your stupid goddamn ass doesn't know how to fucking do it either. So how do you expect me, bitch, to make you happy if you don't know if you don't know how to do it for yourself, dude? So give yourself that 6 months, that 1 year, too. Dude, the longest that I was single before this last fucking bitch came into my life, I was single for 4 years, bro. Now throughout that time I did kind of date I dated a couple girls, but it didn't really go anywhere, of course. And it's good to be talking to somebody, just to kind of validate that someone's interested in you, I suppose. As long as you're on the same page about things. But yeah, dude, give yourself time and man, girls, I'm gonna talk about this a lot. You niggas need to get a fucking hobby, bro. What's with you girls and not doing anything? I ask too many bitches, what are you into? What do you like? Nothing. I get nothing, dude. And then somehow through this fucking female black magic, they find a way to complain about some shit in their life. It's fucking pathetic, dude. You know what turns me on the most is when a girl knows how to do shit. When she's smart, she knows how to do something. She knows about something, and she knows how to spend her time and fulfill her own time, and not expect others to take over that. Not expect others to take over her time and happiness just because she doesn't know what to do with herself. It bugs me, bro. And then you guys complain all the time about, well, guys are always doing this and doing that and busy and get busy yourself, dude. You deserve it for yourself, man. I'm not saying this shit. I'm not saying this shit so to put anybody down or anything, dude. I'm saying this because it's on its truth. It's the truth, man. You're those kind of people that run around always saying, "Oh, I wish I can do that. Wish I can do that." Bitch, you fucking can. You just don't do it. I don't know if it's cuz you're fucking lazy or if your interests if you're not interested enough to be motivated enough to move your ass. I don't understand. This turned out to be a pretty serious podcast today, man. I certainly didn't laugh a lot. I most certainly did not laugh a lot on this one. You know what is funny though? You want to know how to like quiet a room of people who are laughing? Like say, all right, say like you're hanging out at somebody's house, and they're in the living room chilling or whatever, and you go off for a few minutes. When you went in, and then like when you come in and they're laughing. You want to know how to quiet that room down? Is obviously they're laughing at something that you weren't there for. So the way that you quiet that room down, and this is just an asshole move, but it's for fun. So they're laughing. Ha 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 ha. You go in and you go with a very obnoxious, annoying laugh like that's not real to you. Just go in and oh shit, dude, that's so true, bro. And then everyone's gonna look at you like this motherfucker. What an asshole. That's true, bro. Hey, look, you know what? I work in a restaurant, and if you're a dude and you're over 16 years old and you order a fucking Shirley Temple, you have a dick in your ass, okay? You've got a very, very big dick in your asshole. You shouldn't even say that word. Not even if you're talking about the actress, because you know what? That fucking those movies were for girls too, dude. So if you're gonna order a Shirley Temple, also you have a dick in your asshole. Okay? And also, if you're like over 22 years old, stop having birthday parties. Okay? That shit's for when you're a teenager, and then you can skip like 16 and 17, 18. Yeah, because you can buy cigarettes, and then maybe 21 if you got a good group of friends. But after that, dude, stop having birthday parties, man. Like having people buy you gifts and shit like that. Come on, man. Gifts are just for children. When you have a group of friends, you guys you're just you're just friends, and that's the gift. You don't got to give each other shit. Um, I love October. Um, I hate the sun. I'm letting it in though. I can appreciate it right now because it's nice and cool, and it's not stressing me out because I'm sweating for no reason. And from what I can tell, especially people in the Northwest, bro, we love the cold. We love the fall. We love when everything is dying around us. I think it's just beautiful. And then when the snow starts to fall, even better. I love I love it when the snow comes down and it's like just covering the street and you can't hear any cars and shit because it's just like so quiet. Yeah, that shit's awesome. That's like my favorite, man. It's like my absolute favorite. I love that shit, Ed. And then like in those winter times, man, when the snow starts falling and like the snowflakes are like that, dude, like they're so huge. They're just huge, man. Oh, we did it again. We did it again. Now we move it again. Maybe like one of these times, I should like get the guitar out. Maybe I should get the guitar out and should like sing to you guys. But you know what I think about that? First of all, I can't really sing. I don't even like my talking voice. I most definitely can't sing. You know what I can sing? I can sing one song. We're J Smith's Printed Lies. I'm singing that shit, motherfucker. Yeah, dude. What do you know about Alice in Chains? Hmm? But you know what I think about that, man? Think about like if you're not an actual singer, bro, and like you're posting shit, you're posting yourself singing songs. I don't know. I'm guessing you got fired or something. I'm guessing you probably got fired, bruffs. Or bruffs, you know. Um, dude, you guys, everyone, thank you so much. I I love that you like listening to this podcast. I love doing it for you. And here within look, this really all kind of falls down on me. As far as here in probably a few more episodes, I have like 3 or 4 different offers to have sponsorship for the podcast. So soon enough, um, we're probably gonna have commercials of me talking about sponsorships and shit like that. Okay. Thank you all for listening to another episode of the Brainhole podcast. Peace out. Take it easy. Still recording? Still recording. Still recording? Still recording.